DME Sports Academy. If you just type that into YouTube, you'll find the link.
Yo, who's a senior?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to DME Sports Academy for today's matchup between the Rock School and DME Academy. First, the visitor, Rock School starters. Number 3, Julie Teasley. Number 4, Tanner Boast. Number 10, Havila Drew. Number 23, Kaya Riley Guzman. Number 44, Kiera Young. And now, your DME Academy starters. At forward, number 33, Kiki Moore. At guard, number 24, Anna Burley. At guard, number 11, Lexi Duckett. At guard, number 1, Helani Cantone. And last, at guard, number 3, Mary McMillan.
Good.
Next time I'll put a little juice to it. Get out of here.
Yo, Lonnie's a starter?
Oh, I gotta ask John. Are we on? We're live? So I can start talking? Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Matt Panaggio, and I'm here with Dan Mondragon for the opening game for Michael Panaggio in the DME Sports Academy High School Girls program. Today, November 8th, 2018, is Coach Michael Panaggio's 28th birthday.
Happy birthday to Coach Panaggio.
Yep, and let's hope they can get him a win for his birthday here. Starters for them: Kiki, Anna, Helani, Mary, and Lex as they get the tip. And a quick throw ahead to Anna with the bucket. It'd be nice to start that way all the time, huh? Coach Mondragon.
Quick start for DME, and they're going to look to play great defense and get out and run. Mike Panaggio likes to play a fast style, really emphasizes transition.
Has the Rock with the offensive rebound there. Good defense by McMillan. Lexi Duckett saves it from out of bounds. Good throw ahead. A little bit of some sloppy play, but Kiki there to finish the bucket.
Transition basket right there for DME, getting out and running.
Julie Teasley, point guard for the Rock, bringing the ball up using the screen. Swings it to Kayla.
Great pressure to start off by DME. Really down in the stance, really locked in defensively. There's another turnover.
Anna Burney with the finish on transition with the Kiki block.
Anna is maybe arguably the best athlete on the floor for DME. I know we have Lexi Duckett, the UNC commit, who's a heck of an athlete, but Anna is just as good an athlete, if not better. She can really run the floor, has great elevation, and can really finish, get off the floor and finish around the rim.
And we're seeing that athleticism here early. As not sure what the call is here. Helani with the great hustle to get on the floor on the loose ball. And there was a call, not quite sure what it was yet, but we do know it's DME ball as Lexi Duckett will inbound to McMillan here.
First half-court possession for DME. Look for them to run a little of the Michael Panaggio triangle offense here.
And it looks like they're not running it correctly here as no one's even guarding McMillan.
Yeah, I think there was a little miscommunication in the formation there. Didn't have everybody on the same page.
Mike calling to line them up here. Looks like they're going to get into their triangle offense. As Bernie feeds Kiki in the low post. And she's tough to guard down there.
She is.
Strong, good finisher as well.
She is, and she had great post position. Great job by the wing to look inside and look for that to be a theme here, because I don't think there's anybody on that team that can guard Kiki Moore down low. There she is getting another touch.
Mary McMillan with the ball. She's guarded tight with a nice step back move and mid-range jumper by Mary McMillan. This DME team looking pretty good offensively and defensively as they jump out to an 8-point lead here early. And the Rock with an air ball, quick shot by Kaya Riley Guzman.
Yeah, Kay is actually one of Mike Panaggio's players on his AAU travel team, so he's very familiar with her. We've got a great relationship with DME and her. Just off the mark there. She's quite a good player. She was second team all-conference in the SIAA last year, so she can definitely play and is one of the leaders for this Rock team.
The Rock bringing the ball up. DME's had some great pressure out to half court. And right as I say it, Helani gets beat, and Tanner Boast with the bucket.
Coach's daughter with a nice crossover. Only a freshman. Was on the varsity team as an 8th grader last year and played significant minutes as an 8th grader and looks confident out there. Is still only a freshman, but she's a smart player, has a good handle, and as you can see, can knock down that mid-range jump shot.
The Rock brings the ball up. Julie Teasley hands it off. And there's a foul here. It looks like Anna Burney will get her first.
Yep.
Team second.
Coach Panaggio getting on Anna there. She's got to slide over, show her hands, and be disciplined defensively. That was kind of a careless foul. No needed to foul there.
And Kaya knocks down the first one to make this a 5-point game here with 14:43 left in the first half. And she knocks down the second. Kiki hands it in to Mary McMillan as she gets pressured out to half court. And it looks like Coach Mike Panaggio's in the triangle as Lexi Duckett turns it over. Mary gets it back and then turns it back over. And a bucket for Julie Teasley as the Rock here is on a 6-0 run. Anna
Nice pass.
Burney with a great pass to
Great
Kiki
pass.
Moore and the strong finish. She'll get 3 points the old-fashioned way here.
Yeah, quick move off the dribble. Looked like she was getting into a dribble pull-up and realized Kiki was wide open and made a nice play down low for the easy 3-point play.
Kaya passes it in to Teasley, and Teasley's setting up the offense with Helani Cantone guarding tight. And Tanner Boast with the travel there. As Kayla Langley will check in for Kiki. Great minutes here early by Kiki as DME's up 11-6 with 13:56 left to go in the first half. Anna Burney to Lexi Duckett on the wing. This Rock school has really been pressuring the ball well, trying to get DME out of their offense.
They're definitely turning up the pressure a little bit. No help side there on that drive by Mary.
Great play by Mary, getting to the basket and finishing strong, high off the glass. Julie Teasley brings the ball up for the Rock. Good defense there by Kayla. And she comes up with a loose ball. And it looks like Anna Burney with the and one in transition. She's really a good athlete, can run the floor well.
Yes, yes, she is. Similar playing style to Lexi Duckett. Great foot speed, great athleticism, and loves to get out in transition and is at her best when in transition.
And she'll get a chance for the three-point play. And it's no good, but Helani Cantone with the offensive rebound swings it up to Mary. And she'll set up the offense here. Hands it off to Lexi Duckett, and Lexi Duckett turns it over to Kea, who will stop and pop for three. No good, but an offensive rebound. And it'll be a tie-up here. Kayla's doing a good job getting loose balls. Brought in some energy here off the bench.
Yeah, Kaylee Langley, senior from Spring Hill, Florida, brings great size to the team. She's also a very strong post player and has improved tremendously in her first couple months here at DME Sports Academy. And she's going to be a force to be reckoned with this year for Mike Panaggio. Good slide there. Oh, could have took the charge. But she's a very good player, getting interest from several Division I schools already. And she'll play a huge role for this DME team.
Isis Grady checks in for Anna Burney, who gets a well-deserved rest. And Isis Grady closes out.
Isis Grady, a local product of Daytona Beach. Only a sophomore, was the leading scorer for Mainland High School last year as a freshman and made the transfer to DME a couple of weeks ago. But she is going to be a special player. She's a special kid with a great basketball talent. She plays with toughness. She loves to guard. She's got huge hands and quite a good skill set to go along with those intangibles.
Lexi Duckett with the finish. She'll get on the scoreboard here. The score 17-9 with 12 minutes to go. DME with the lead. Teasley to Boast. The long attempt is no good. Mary will go long to Lexi Duckett with the finish.
What a pass.
Talk about this DME team and the way they've been running in transition here early.
Yeah, well, I experienced it last year when Coach Panaggio had a six-man roster. And even then, every time they got the rebound, Coach Panaggio was yelling, let's run, let's run. And a lot of what they do in their practice is 5-on-0 transition. They spend a lot of time on it. And now with 10 bodies for the first time in his coaching career, they're really able to push the tempo because fatigue won't play as much of a factor. But they've done a great job not only rebounding the ball but getting a great outlet and looking up the floor. And the Rock has just gotten stuck behind, messing around with the rebound instead of sprinting back. And if they're going to have a chance this game, they've got to stop those transition baskets for DME because they're way too easy.
Yep. The Rock calls a timeout after getting down here 19-9 with 11:34 left to go in this first half. I like the way Coach Mike has led his team push the ball. Mary's done a good job throwing ahead in transition, and their wings and their bigs have done a good job running the floor, like you said. Let's see what the Rock draws up here out of this timeout.
Both coaches in their second season competing here in the SIAA. They've got a mutual respect for one another.
Channing Chappell will check in. She's going to play a huge role for this DME team this year.
Yeah, and Channing is battling a little bit of a foot injury, but man, she is as tough of a kid as they come. 2 days prior to the game, she told Coach Mike she wanted to start practicing again, and we'll see how she feels today. She's definitely not 100%, but like I said, when she knew it was close to game time, she did not want to miss practice and definitely not want to miss a game.
Lexi Duckett passed it off to Mary McMillan, who drives for left-handed layup, and Kayla's there to finish it. She's brought some good energy off the bench here. Let's see if DME can keep this up. Guzman with the ball, and she'll pull for three as Lexi Duckett with the rebound pushes the break. And she'll go coast to coast as this DME lead is now at 14.
Yeah, and the Rock's got to be careful here because transition is far too easy right now. They are not sprinting back. They're not stopping the ball. And they're having a hard time scoring, and it's leading to outlets like this and advantage plays.
Mary McMillan to Isis Grady. And she gets called for a charge by Kaya Riley Guzman. What do you think about that call?
I didn't like that one. I thought she wasn't set. I thought Isis had good position, but the call has been made, and DME will be back on the defensive end.
Jade Westbrook in for Mary McMillan. Jade Westbrook was a recent addition to Mike Panaggio's DME team. She's only a freshman.
She's got game and she's got toughness. Her older brother plays football at Florida State. Her dad was the former girls coach at Mainland High School where she came from, and she's now with DME, and the future is bright for DME.
Isis Grady battling for the rebound. She doesn't get it. Teasley comes up with it and pushes the break. Looks like 1-on-4 here, and she'll slow it down. This pressure is really getting to this Rock school. Shots up. Chappell with the rebound, and she'll push the break. Throws it ahead to Westbrook. To Langley for the bucket.
Good, great unselfishness by DME. They really looked like they enjoy playing with one another, sharing the basketball, and they're just too much for the Rock right now. They've got to stop the bleeding. They got to slow down and get some easier shots because they're having to work so hard for every shot that they get.
Shot clock down to 10 here as Teasley goes inside. Looks like it was blocked, and Westbrook comes up with it. She throws it ahead to Lexi Duckett. And she'll lose handle and step out of bounds as it's the Rock ball. Kaya Guzman back in the game for Julie Teasley for the Rock school. And she'll bring the ball up and get the Rock into their offense.
Coach, certainly Coach Panaggio's deepest roster as well as his most talented. 6, 7 Division I players on the floor, and that's not counting the young ones up and coming. So he's got a ton of talent on this team this year, and it's going to be interesting how their season shapes out. If they can put it all together, and they got a chance to have a great season.
That they do. Dream Eason into the game.
Transferred from Orlando, Florida. Also transferred here this year in the fall, maybe 3 weeks ago. Sophomore, great skill set, great size. She's young. She's a baby, but she's going to be a heck of a player.
Isis Grady with the fake handoff to Dream. Right on time.
There's that touch.
The bucket.
She's really got a good touch on her shot.
Nice short corner shot there as Chase Williams will start the offense here for the Rock. Kaya Guzman loses handle.
Just tough.
Westbrook for the finish.
Man, this DME team is looking really, really good here today on opening night.
You think that has anything to do with Scotty Schmidt over there on the bench?
Absolutely. Scotty's been a great addition for Coach Panaggio. Scotty spent a season with the Alabama women's basketball team while attending school there. So he understands the women's game. He's seen it be coached at the highest level. And Coach Panaggio is very, very high on Scotty, not only as a recruiter but as an assistant. His basketball knowledge, his ability to communicate and hold the girls accountable, and definitely has made an impact on this staff.
No doubt about that. As it looks like DME is into their triangle set. A little sloppy play here. Chap comes up with the loose ball. Teasley with the good, strong defense on the ball. And Grady comes up with a 12-footer. No good. Offensive rebound. And the foul.
Long arms, big hands. She's got great tools and just plays with a toughness that most sophomores do not have.
And she has a chance for two to get this lead over to the 20-point mark with 7 minutes and 6 seconds left in this first half. No good on the first.
This DME team went 16-16 last year. Like I said, with 7 players by the end. It started the season with 6, ended the season with 7 with a mid-season transfer, and played a really, really tough national schedule. Went out, played Hamilton Heights, played in New York at the Mecca. So they really, in their first year, didn't hide from anybody. Played a tough schedule and have a similar schedule this year. So it'll be fun to watch Coach Panaggio's squad and see how they do this year with that same level of schedule, but with a much tougher, much tougher team, much deeper team. It'll be fun to watch.
Kiki Moore looks like she got fouled on that offensive rebound putback. No call as the Rock is pushing the break. Teasley with the one-handed floater, and it goes down. This leads at 20 with 6 minutes and 30 seconds to go. Chap used the ball screen, and Teasley again comes up with the steal. Chase Williams with the sloppy pass, and Kiki
what an outlet.
With the great Kevin
What
Love
an
outlet to Isis Grady.
That was really impressive. She zipped that ball about 3/4 of the court. Really, really nicely. Good vision and a great delivery.
Great play by Kiki as Chap pressures the ball. These two are going at it here.
And Chap, really an underrated player, but definitely an underrated defender. She is tough and scrappy and gets up into you and knows how to play the game the right way. There's a great lead pass to Jade Westbrook. Be interesting to see how much Coach Panaggio will play Channing with that foot injury today.
Yep. Anna Burney back in the game for Dream Eason, who deserves that rest after playing some good hard minutes. As Kiki out of bounds, baseline out of bounds from Jade Westbrook
down there.
And she's had a strong showing here early as DME's up 35-11.
I would say Kiki does have to learn how to use that left hand, though. She 2 or 3 times in today's game, she's gone to that right hand on the left side of the basket, and she's getting away with it because of an inferior opponent. But at the next level, she's going to have to learn how to use that left hand down on the low block.
Jade Westbrook starts the offense. Anna Burney with the ball. And she'll go straight to the basket with a strong take, but just short on the layup. And Teasley with the ball pushes
physical game here thus far. The refs are letting them play.
A little sloppy play here as Teasley just saves it to Kea, who will drive and take that one-footed floater, and it's no good. Outlet to Helani, to Grady. No good, but Helani with the offensive rebound and finish. This transition has been great for Panaggio's DME squad today.
Yeah, you don't need much offense when you can run like that.
And it started on the defensive end a lot. Talk about this defensive team here that Coach Mike has taught and kind of helped execute.
Absolutely. It's the old pick six in football. Not only do you get a turnover, but it's a turnover for easy layups or touchdowns on the other end. And it's something that Mike Panaggio and his squad spend a lot of time in practice. It's nice when you see what they work on in practice and you get to watch them in the game. They spend a lot of time on their one-on-one defense. They spend a lot of time in their shell defense. And they spend a lot of time running in transition, 5-on-0, 5-on-5. And that's the way they want to play, and they have the tools this year to do so. They have the tools to pressure the ball, rotate, force up, contest the shots, and get out and run with the athletic wings of Lexi and Anna and Mary McMillan's playmaking ability and ball handling. They really have all the tools to be a great transition team, and they're showing that tonight.
No doubt about that. So, Dan, you are coaching the DME High School national team this year.
Correct.
You start off the season tomorrow against a great West Oaks opponent. Talk to us about what the preseason has been like and what we can expect this year from this team full of guys who are not returners. A lot of new guys.
Yeah, basically a brand new team. We've spoken a lot to that during practices. You know, when there seems to be a lack of chemistry or some frustrations, I tell the guys to be patient and realize that there's not two guys on this team that played together last year. So it's a brand new team. We've got a lot of tools. We've got some young guys that have bright futures. But I truly believe we have the tools to succeed. We just got to bring it all together. As far as the preseason, there's been some ups and some downs. We beat Montvert's post-grad team, who is the number 10 post-grad team in the country, down in a Popcat at the Jamboree. And then we turn around and lose to Montvert's regional team. So there's been some inconsistencies, which is expected of a young team, of a new team. But you know, we're not pressing the panic button. We're going to keep grinding every single day and just keep getting better. And I think we'll have a chance to have a really special season this year.
It's going to be exciting to watch, no doubt about that, as Mike Panaggio's DME squad is up 38-11, 4 minutes and 13 seconds to go, and Kea Guzman to inbound the ball.
Dangerous inbound.
Post with the ball, hands it back to Guzman. She's calling for a ball screen here. As Westbrook, only the freshman, has played pretty good minutes here, getting some deflections, some assists. As she throws the ball up to Bernie, to Langley, and she's bumped. The foul on Amari Jackson, as Langley will have a chance to finish here at the free throw line with the 1-and-1.
Yeah, and transition continues to be the story of the night. Once Isis got that rebound, that outlet out, it was a 3-on-1. And if the Rock's going to have a chance, when the shot goes up, they got to get back on defense.
Langley no good for the free throw. And a little miscommunication in transition there. Coach Panaggio's not happy as Bose knocks down the triple. Westbrook to Bernie on the wing.
Mismatch.
Inside to Langley, and she goes up strong, and a foul on Kiera Young. And Langley will have a chance to shoot two.
And that's going to be there all night if the Rock continues to play behind the post. They're just outmatched in size down on the low blocks.
Langley no good on the first, as McMillan will check in for Westbrook, who really brought some great energy off the bench against this SIAA The Rock.
She did.
And Langley no good on the second, but Bernie skies for it, doesn't come up with it, as Bost will start the offense. Kuzman with a long three, and it goes down over McMillan.
And she can shoot the ball. She shot some tough ones early on that didn't fall, but she shoots it with confidence and is more than able.
Offensive rebound, no good. Sloppy play here, and they'll call a tie-up. And the ball will be with DME, as Cantone will inbound it.
I think those were the three-point field goals so far for DME. Everything's been at the rim.
Sorry, Bernie will inbound. Let's see what Coach Panaggio has on his side out of bounds. Ball to Mary. Mary with the ball. With the step back three. And Guzman with the rebound.
A little off balance there by Mary.
The pressure here by DME has been getting to this Rock school. As
Great hustle by Helani.
Cantone pushes it up to Bernie, and she'll finish with the left hand. It looked like she got hit on the head there, as this DME lead is growing. 17-40, 2 minutes, 8 seconds to go, as Guzman turns it over. And the ball's back with DME. Dream is back in for Langley. And Mary McMillan will start the offense. Bernie to Grady as she's fouled going up, and she will have a chance to shoot two.
Same thing about Kiki. She's got to use that left hand. She uses that left hand, gives her a chance for a three-point play. This is Grady at the line, has been offered by Eastern Michigan. They've been in the gym a couple of times, and she's only a sophomore, but is undoubtedly has the potential to be a high major player.
Talk about her energy and what value that has as a coach on the court.
Yeah, she's one of those kids that you don't have to waste your energy coaching up energy. So she's going to bring it every single day in every drill. She's so coachable. She's got a great attitude, and she just plays the game hard. You know, it's one of those things that sometimes it's hard to teach. When kids get to a certain age, they either play hard or they don't, and that's my opinion. But she brings it every single day, and defensively, you add the physical tools, and it makes her a nightmare on the defensive end. There she is, tying it up. I mean, just all over the place.
And it looks like it will be the Rock ball with 1:17 left to go. Guzman will bring the ball up for the Rock. And she'll get all the way to the basket, and it's no good. But she'll get fouled and have a chance for two shots at the line. Let's see who the foul was on. It looks like it was on Anna Burney.
Yeah, Mary McMillan went under that screen there, but then on the switchback with Dream kind of got caught up, and Kaya was able to turn the corner and get all the way to the rim without any help side sliding over.
And Guzman knocks down both and cuts this lead down to 22. With just over a minute left to go, 41-19. Mary to Dream. Finish is no good, but Mary with the offensive board. To Helani, back to Mary for three. And Bernie with the offensive rebound. I don't think DME has made a three-point field goal yet.
They have not. 0 for 4, if I'm not mistaken. And I think they've maybe shot 5 jump shots. Everything else has been at the rim.
And Mary with the reach-in foul. Not a smart foul there, as the Rock is in the bonus. And Kaya Guzman will have a chance for the 1-and-1 and a 2-for-1 opportunity for Coach Mike if they can get this ball up in transition in a hurry, as Guzman knocks down the first.
Great environment here for the opening night. Both stands are full. Post-grad players in attendance. A couple middle school players here in attendance. All of the families from our girls team, and even a couple parents from the Rock made the trip from Gainesville, Florida. So a great atmosphere for opening night.
Good hustle there by Guzman, who went flying into the stands. McMillan to Bernie off the Iverson cut. To Grady. And a great cut and pass by Grady, and Bernie on the finish as there's 15 seconds to go in the first half. Teasley will wait for the one shot, and she's fouled by Grady.
Little handsy, little overzealous there, but I'd rather have that than someone that you got to tell them to get up and pressure the basketball.
Yeah.
It's always easier to coach somebody down than to coach them up on energy. Lexi Duckett has been out of the game for quite a bit. Mike Panagio resting his star player, one of the founding fathers, if I can say fathers, of DME girls basketball.
1.5 seconds left to go. Into Dream for the finish,
at the buzzer. Can't let that happen if you're the Rock. Can't let that happen.
DME finishes the half 47-23. Great showing here to start the season by Mike Panaggio's DME squad on his birthday. Talk a little bit about what you saw with DME first.
Well, it all started with their defensive intensity. I think they were ready to play. I think they were excited about the first game. And they were able to turn defense into offense by easy baskets. They were getting stops, turnovers, rebounds for quick outlets, and were able to push in transition. And it really didn't have to work too hard for it past the defensive end. And that led to, once you see that ball go in, you get a couple layups. Now girls are going to get their confidence, and then in the half court, their size and their athleticism was just a little bit too much for the Rock to handle.
In order for this Rock team to get back in the game, what do you think are some keys that they need to go over in this halftime break here?
Well, I think the biggest key is they've got to get stops in transition. It's been far too easy. I can't say it enough. They've got to make an emphasis to send one or two to the glass, but at least three girls got to get back on defense to try to stop this DME team and force them to shoot some jump shots. If I'm the Rock, I maybe try a little bit of 2-3 zone, pack it in, protect the inside, see if DME, they've gone 0 for 4. Let's see if they can shoot some outside jumpers. Keep the ball out of the middle, keep the ball out of the post, and really force DME to make jump shots and take away their transition baskets. Now, on the offensive end, the Rock is still going to have to work the ball and get some easier shots because DME's defense is definitely disrupting a lot of their offense.
And Coach Dan Mondragon here is going to bring in
Vance Wilford, one of our middle school students, is going to be our halftime interview. Let me get you set up here, Vance. All right, guys, this is Vance Wilford, first-year DME middle school student with us. Vance, tell us, are you from Florida? Where are you from?
Port Orange.
Port Orange, Florida. What school were you at before you came to DME?
I was at Sweetwater.
And why did you and your family choose to transfer to DME?
Because I wanted to get better at basketball.
Okay. Tell me, what grade are you in?
6th.
Okay. And tell me a little bit about your experience at DME. How do you like it so far?
I like it a lot.
What do you like about it?
The basketball part?
Not the school part?
No.
What about the basketball part? Do you feel like you're improving your skills and working out every day? Is that what you like the most?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, good. Tell me, you watched the first half. Our girls team off to a hot start, scored 47 points in 16 minutes of basketball. What do you think about the game so far? What do you think DME is doing right, wrong, etc.? Give me your thoughts on the game.
They're passing it up when they have open shots and taking good shots and moving the ball around.
Yep, absolutely taking good shots. They've been really good in transition. They're getting stops and running out. Vance, tell us, who is your favorite NBA player?
Russell Westbrook.
Why?
I just love the way he plays, and yeah.
Okay. What about, who's your favorite player on the DME boys high school team?
Malcolm.
Malcolm Farrington. Why?
He's my friend.
Because he's your friend. Okay. You guys go to school together, and he hangs out with you guys at lunch, huh?
Yeah.
What about on the girls' team? Who's your favorite player?
Mary.
Why? Why?
She's good.
She is good. She is good. Do you want to be a point guard? Do you want to? Because Malcolm's a shooting guard, and Mary's a point guard. So one of your favorite players is Malcolm, a shooting guard, and your favorite player on the girls' side is a point guard. What position do you want to play when you grow up?
Well, I like to play point guard, but
Okay.
I don't know. It just depends where I get put at.
Okay. But you want to be able to shoot the ball. Definitely want to be a three-point shooter.
Yeah.
Well, good stuff, man. Tell me one thing you would say to the Rock. Let's see where your basketball IQ is at. What would you say to if you were playing for the Rock, what do you think they need to do differently in the second half?
Move the ball around more and create better shots.
Okay, better
Play
shots.
better defense.
Better defense for sure. Definitely in transition. A lot of easy layups
Yeah.
in transition for DME. All right, Vance. Well, thank you for your time, man. We will see you. Thank you for your time in the interview. We will see you at school on Friday, tomorrow.
Fair.
All right, my man. Our second interview of the day will be Craig Roll from the Bahamas. Will be interviewed by Coach Matt Panaggio.
Craig, nice to have you here. Thanks for coming. Talk a little bit, Craig, about yourself. Where are you from? When did you decide to come to DME, and why you came to DME?
I'm from the Bahamas, first of all, Freeport Grand Bahama, and it was when it was about 4 months ago. Last minute decision. We were just looking for a school, and when I visited the school, the coaches just welcomed me. So that's when I knew this was the place to be.
Awesome. Now, Craig, talk a little bit about what you wanted to improve by coming to DME, and do you think that you've improved since you got here?
Coming to DME, I wanted to improve my 3-point shot a lot, my shot in general, and my body size and everything, getting to the college level and stuff like that. Since I've been there for 3 months, I think I made a great improvement since I was back home. We here every day for 3-4 hours just working, so I think I improved tremendously, but I have a lot of ways to go. So,
yep. Craig, you've been working hard, and it's been fun to watch your improvement here in the first couple months. Talk a little bit about your team. You're on the high school regional team. You guys start off the season tomorrow against West Oaks. Talk a little bit about your team and what we can see, what we can expect to see this season from the high school regional squad.
My team, I believe we have a really good team this year. We got all the pieces we need, quick guards that can push the ball defensively. We got a 6'6" guy. I believe we'll be pretty good playing against West Oaks tomorrow because we can push the ball across the floor and stuff like that. We good decision makers and stuff like that. So I believe that if we play right, execute the right plays, we'll come with a W tomorrow.
Awesome. I'm going to hold you to that. I hope we can get that W.
Definitely.
All right, Craig. Let me ask you, what's your favorite thing about DME so far this season? It could be on the court, it could be off the court, whatever it may be.
My favorite thing about DME is just my teammates and the facilities, just being around high-spirited guys who are always encouraging me, stuff like that, and just being to work whenever I want to, being in the gym all day, just getting better. That's all.
Awesome. Well, Craig, thank you.
That's it.
Hopefully we can pull out this win here for the DME girls squad.
Definitely.
And tomorrow, you promised us a win, right?
Definitely.
All right. We'll see you tomorrow.
All
Thanks for stopping by, Craig.
No problem.
And we will take a quick break here. We'll be back shortly. And we're back. Here for the second half. DME with the lead, 47-23. It's been a quick, fast start here for this DME squad as I got up early. Let's see if the Rock can kind of contain them and slow them down here to start this half.
Kerry Guy, the child prodigy, getting his last couple jump shots up before the girls roll out. The gym rat. See what adjustments the Rock makes for the second half here. They've dug themselves a deep hole, but we'll see what they can do here.
Starters for the second half: Mary McMillan, Lexi Duckett, Helani Cantone, Anna Burney, and Kiki Moore, as the Rock will inbound to start the half. Helani with the pressure, and it looks like there's something on the court here, as the Rock will inbound again with 24 seconds on the shot clock. Teasley with the ball. Lexi Duckett with the deflection. And the Rock will inbound again. Teasley with the count here. She drives to the basket, out to Guzman, and she loses it, but hustles back to get it, and the Rock has the ball. 3 seconds on the shot clock. It looks like the Rock doesn't notice it, and a shot clock violation. Not a great way to come out of the half for the Rock.
Good defense there by DME, picking up right where they left off. And the Rock, unfortunately, the same thing, picking up where they left off, not being able to get an easy shot on the offensive end.
Lexi Duckett loses the handle. Burney comes up with it, and the quick pull-up as Kiki Moore with the offensive rebound, but can't finish, and the Rock will push. And that was almost, it was a 10-second call.
Yeah, she lost track of time there. Julie Tinsley lost track of the clock and slowed it down a little bit too soon.
Has two not so good possessions here by the Rock. Mary McMillan with the ball, and she'll start the offense. Extra pass to Burney for three. And the first three-point field goal for the DME squad comes with 16:40 seconds left.
Anna Burney's having herself a game here, doing it in all types of way.
Mary McMillan gambles, but she can't, the Rock can't finish as she throws it ahead to Duckett, and Duckett will score. Teasley with the ball, and she'll start the offense. Good defense by Cantone, as Guzman looks like she'll go one-on-one and shoot up a lefty floater, and it's no good.
Off to the races.
And Duckett to Burney with the finish. This DME team is fast.
They sure are, and they like to run, and they use that athleticism very, very well.
Teasley to top, then dribbling here. She'll use the screen to Boast, and it's no good. Corner three, long rebound, and again, Burney under the finish. And Burney's having a heck of a night running in transition, and McMillan's done a good job throwing the ball ahead as well. Teasley being pressured by Cantone at half court.
Alani Cantone working her butt off. Wanted a 5-second call, wanted a moving screen, but the team ends up getting a defensive, offensive 3-second call against the Rock, and Alani catches her breath here on the offensive end.
It looks like Lexi Duckett is unguarded as she'll shoot her signature one dribble pull-up, but it's no good.
Had the wide open lane and chose to pull up.
Guzman with the ball, guarded by McMillan, and she'll pull for three, and it's no good. And McMillan with the easy pass to Cantone for the layup. And the Rock looks a little gassed here early, as they will call timeout as DME jumps out to an even larger lead here, 58-23 with 14:25 left to go.
Yeah, the Rock is a little bit outmatched, and now they starting to look a little bit demoralized here. Fatigue is setting in. Riley Guzman has played a ton of the minutes, and they just don't look to have enough speed, size, athleticism to keep up with this high-powered DME offense.
And if you're Craig Boast here in this timeout, what are you telling your team down by 35 points to this DME squad?
Got to keep fighting. They're a second-year program. He's a second-year coach. Good things take time, and he knows how talented DME is. But with a young team like the Rock, and you got to just keep fighting. You got to keep fighting, and can't quit.
And Guzman will start the offense for the Rock to Boast. And Helani, with this pressure defense, has been great today as Bernie pushes the break, but she loses it. A little sloppy play. McMillan comes up with it, and the three's no good. Duckett with the rebound, and Coach Panaggio's yelling to pull it out.
Shot clock needs to reset.
The shot clock didn't reset. And it looks like the refs are just
Assistant
figuring
Coach
that out
Scotty
here.
Schmidt went over to the table. He was all over it.
And Duckett will pass the ball in here on the side out of bounds with 25 seconds left on the shot clock. And she'll come off the screen by Langley to the middle, and a nice pull-up.
That's her sweet spot there. Lexi Duckett's been working on that pull-up with Mike Panaggio for many, many years, and they run a little play for her, and it works to perfection.
Not sure who the foul is on here, but Guzman will go to the line to shoot two.
The foul was on Mary. Called for the contact with the body, but she was a little frustrated. Didn't think she made contact there.
So Mary with the foul, first team foul. And Guzman on the second shot is good. So she splits the pair. As McMillan pushes the ball to Duckett. And she'll use the screen by Langley and pull up, and it's no good. But Langley on the offensive rebound.
Nice pass.
Out to Duckett. Another offensive rebound by McMillan. And this DME team has been working the Rock on the glass. Helani off the handoff to the basket, and she is fouled by Amari Jackson, and she will shoot two.
DME is just having their way with this Rock team, even in the half court. I mean, we spoke about the transition, but it seems like every set they've called, they've been able to get something good out of it. Very disciplined, very sharp, at least tonight against this Rock team.
Helani Cantone knocks down the first. And the second as well. As the lead is 62-24 for DME with just under 13 minutes to play. Teasley for three, and it's well short. And Duckett will let it land out of bounds here. Mike is calling a little triangle offense here. Good cut and pass out to Bernie, and this DME team continues to struggle from deep.
Yeah, like I said, if I'm the Rock, I'm playing zone, and I'm forcing them to shoot jump shots and letting them beat me from the outside. But no real strategic adjustment by the Rock. They're sticking with their man-to-man, and yeah, they're giving up too many easy baskets inside.
Good play there by Cantonis. I don't even think she realized how open she was. And Kayla Langley will pick up the foul as Teasley will go to the line after just hitting the last three-pointer the last time down. Second team foul for DME.
First conference game of the year for both DME and the Rock. The SIAA is an independent basketball conference in Florida with some really talented teams. Everything that they do is in line with the Florida High School Athletic Association, besides their recruiting rule, which leads to some talented teams. And the conference has grown this year from 4 to 6 teams. Great bucket there by Kayla Langley, running the floor and finishing with the left hand. But it's really, on the boys' side there are 10 teams, and the girls' side continues to grow.
And DME continues to have their way with this Rock team as Coach Mike is calling a play here. And it looks like a lob for Grady, who comes up with it and gets the foul. And she'll shoot a pair here at the line. Good pass there by Mary McMillan.
Yeah, from my angle, it looked like she was covered, but put it right on the money where only Isis Grady could receive it, and they get a foul out of it. I feel like Coach Panaggio now is just going into his bag of tricks and just trying to work on different offenses, different quick hitters, and see what he can get. And Coach continues to play Channing Chapel. She must be feeling fine. She's a competitor. As we spoke, she must be telling him, Coach, I don't want to sit. Put me in.
And Coach Mondragon, you've been here at DME basically since it started for about 3 years now. So you've gotten to know Coach Mike Panaggio well. Talk a little bit about how hard he's worked and the time he's put in to put this team together. And it looks like they're going to have a heck of a season this year. Off to a good start so far.
Yeah, and he's done a great job. It started with the AAU. It started with training Lexi Duckett, then started coaching the DME AAU team with Lexi Duckett, built around Lexi. And then last year was the first year of the girls program. Made up his mind. Was our second year with a boys high school program, and made up his mind early in the summer that we were going to do this thing for real with the girls side. And in a matter of months, 2 months, was able to recruit 6 girls around Lexi. Was able to schedule 35, 36 games. And it was nonstop for him. It was every single day making phone calls, calling teams, calling AAU coaches and recruiting. And really impressive job of how quickly he was able to put a team together. And this year, obviously, continued to grow off of that. And now up to 10 players and some real talent on the floor. And then even added to the program with the post-grad this year. So this year he made up his mind again that we were going to be one of maybe 2 or 3 schools in the country that have a true girls post-grad team. And with the help of Scotty, with the help of Coach Boogie, was able to do so. And so now we have not only a girls high school team, but we have a girls post-grad team. I believe us and IMG are the only 2 schools in the country to have a true girls post-grad. If there's more, there's not many more. And this has been something that he's really heavily invested in from day one. And and now hopefully he's able to enjoy some of the fruits of his labor this year with a great season.
Yeah, and he's done a great job, along with Scotty Schmidt, Coach Mike Panaggio's wingman there. They've recruited 2 great teams, and I believe our DME post-grad girls is the only full team of post-grad girls. IMG has a mix of a couple post-grad girls and also high school girls as well.
So prep, yeah, the old school prep, yeah. So impressive job, nonetheless, and in a matter of 2 years to put together a team like the one we're seeing tonight is very, very impressive. Channing Chapel, the sniper, first three-pointer for DME. Maybe second, Anna?
Yep, second three-pointer by Channing Chapel. They're going to need that from her all season.
Yeah, she is definitely their best three-point shooter, and that's kind of the Achilles heel of this team is their three-point shooting ability. Coach Panaggio has always said he struggles when teams play zone. So having a player like Chap is definitely helpful, and they'll be needing some of her shooting this year.
Guzman will go to the line here to shoot 2. Try to get this thing under 40. As this DME team is up 71-31 with just under 10 minutes to play, and she gets it under 40 to make both. And Chap, and it looks like there may be a problem here at the table. Not quite sure what it is. It might be the book on who the foul was on. So we'll have a short delay here. This DME high school girls team is going to be fun to watch this year in the SIAA, a very competitive league. As Lexi Duckett will go to the basket, and a good pass, just a little off target there for Dream.
Yeah, just off the mark for the Dreamer, as they call her. A little too low for her to go down and reach and get.
And Kiki Moore will sub in for Duckett, and she may be done for the night as DME's up with a 39-point lead, and the clock is not running. Oh, there it goes. There we go. Teasley.
Yeah, four DME starters probably sitting out the rest of this one, letting some of the young ladies play here, get some valuable minutes.
As Guzman with the NBA range 3 is no good, and Grady will push the break. And she is fouled by Guzman.
Dream looks a little shaken up after that fall.
Grady will take out the ball on the side out of bounds to Westbrook. And she'll come off the Iverson cut. And Chap will come through the elevator screen on the other side.
Nice play, perfectly executed. And Channing Chapel, gotta love her game. No emotion, no facial expression. Has banged 2 threes in a row, and she's locked in, sitting down on defense. No gimmicks, she's all business.
As Guzman shoots up the floater, is no good. Kiki to Westbrook to Dreamer.
Nice pass by Jade Westbrook.
Good play by Westbrook. I did see Chap over there open in the corner. I would have liked to see
another
she can
tray
make
ball.
It 3 in a row.
Yeah,
but
no question.
Good decision by Westbrook to go to Dream, and she is good on the first.
Westbrook's brother, cornerback at Florida State, expected to go early to mid first round in the NFL draft this year. Great athletic background in her family. Her little brother is Bubba is a fourth or fifth grader. Is going to be an absolute stud. Is already a stud in football and basketball, and she's no different for her age. She is really, really good.
And Guzman can't handle the pressure by Channing Chap.
It's great toughness. She's blowing up those screens. They're trying to set high pick and rolls, but she's getting up. And I wish some of my boys went through screens like Chap is doing right now, because she is disrupting things on the offensive end for the Rock.
And it
Went
looks like
quickie.
a
Oh,
lob
it was
play.
there. It was there again, but she got the ball stripped.
And Dream comes up with it to Grady. And the finish. Man, Grady, she's
a player.
she's had a good night tonight off the bench.
She's a player. You look at her body, you look at her physically, there's no difference from these seniors and juniors out there, and she's just a sophomore. And there's Chap again with another defensive lockdown at half court and takes the ball from Riley Guzman, who looks visibly frustrated.
But you see Chap on the left side there, uses her right hand. It looks like Coach Mike Panaggio needs to get them working on their left hand, because
Yeah, I'm sure he'll give her a whole mouthful about that, because he's big on that. But she's playing her butt off, and you got to give it to her. She is she's brought great energy, great focus, and hasn't practiced one time prior to tonight's game, and looks sharp.
yeah, she's done a good job both ends of the floor. As DME, just under 8 minutes to go in the second half, up 80-32 in their opening night. And a good birthday present to Coach Mike Panaggio and his girls
Absolutely.
team.
Absolutely. What a good night to open the season. Celebrate your birthday with a win. And not just a win, but the way his team is playing. I think he's very proud and is getting really, really excited for this season to come on. They're actually opening up the season with 5 straight home games, which is not always the case, but he's excited about it. They've got TPLS. They've got a Thanksgiving tournament here, Thanksgiving weekend, as well as Seminole High School out of Central Florida.
Teasley will start the offense here with 20 seconds left on the shot clock. She shoots the step back, and it's no good. And there's a loose ball here. No surprise, Grady comes up with it to Westbrook, to Cantone, and she finishes with the left hand.
Great unselfish play by Westbrook to throw it ahead to Cantone.
And this DME lead is now at 50 with just over 7 minutes to play. And another steal by the old Dreamer. And Grady with a nice up and under move there to finish for 2.
You know, our whole staff talks about her and compares her to a Kawhi Leonard of the girls basketball game, and she really does have the length, the size of her hands, and the intangibles of a Kawhi Leonard. Great play there by Kiki Moore from a pass by Helani. And the girls, you know, you're up by this much, and they still look locked in. They still look all business. It's almost like we're enjoying it a little bit more than they are.
Yeah, I'd love to see this team playing hard through the buzzer as Kiki Moore with the block. And Dream powers out to Helani, and they'll slow up here. As Mike is calling for the triangle offense here. Grady with the ball to Moore, back door to Helani, and she couldn't handle it as the ball goes out of bounds, and Bernie will check in for Kiki Moore.
Anna Bernie, senior from Vancouver, Washington, is going to bring a lot of athletic ability, defensive ability, and another scoring threat for DME.
And a kick ball there as the Rock will take the ball baseline out of bounds. And another deflection by Westbrook, and the ball will be taken right in the corner. Not a great spot to take it out by Boast again. Teasley to Guzman, and she'll go to the basket and score. Good take there by Guzman.
Strong move by the senior.
Westbrook to Bernie, to Dream. A strong take there, but it was deflected by Kiara Young. And DME's turn to take it under the hoop. Isis Grady, cut to the basket, finish.
Too easy. Again, another set play, and no communication by the Rock, no switching, no cutting that cutter off, and an easy basket for DME off the inbounds.
Guzman heavily pressured here by Westbrook. As they set up the offense, Guzman uses the screen, drives hard to the basket, and she is fouled by Jade Westbrook, the freshman, who's had a good opening day here for DME.
Yeah, definitely can't tell she's a freshman. She's played with confidence, been aggressive, has made the right play with the basketball, which is always a good sign for young players when they're able to be in a game and have the feel to not be frantic, not be overwhelmed by the inexperience. She looks comfortable. She looks like she's been here before and has made all the right plays with the basketball.
And she'll set up the offense here to Bernie. To Grady with a nice pull-up, but is no good. And Cantone is there, but she can't come up with it, and it'll be the Rock ball. Guzman calling for the screen by Margot Chairs. And she looks like Guzman got away with a travel there. As Teasley will come up with it with just over 10 seconds on the shot clock. Nice spin move and shot and finish by Teasley. It looks like she might have turned her ankle there. Good finish at the basket by Teasley. As DME moves it around the wing to Bernie. Step back in the corner, and it is good by Bernie. She has came out on fire tonight.
And has been very efficient. I don't think she's missed many shots. I don't think she's made many mistakes. She's definitely had quite an opening night for her in the DME.
Westbrook
what a pass.
to Grady. And the finish.
That's the future of DME girls basketball. Yeah. Westbrook to Grady right there for an easy two.
And I think if that was Kawhi Leonard, that might have been a dunk there. But Grady with a nice finish. And Guzman with the deep three rattles in and out.
Box out by Helani. Another one.
Again, no. Westbrook will slow it up and run some offense.
Good opportunity for DME for these young players here on the court to work on executing their quick sets.
Grady with the nice spin move and finish with the right hand.
To the sweet spot. Right to the sweet spot. Turn around, Jay.
Just under 3 minutes to go. 94-38. DME's lead. And Coach Bose will call for the timeout. As DME should cruise to a win here on their first game action of the season. I know these girls were excited, and I know our guys are excited for tomorrow to start with the SIAA crossover event here.
Yep, both our boys high school national and your high school regional boys team will open up SIAA play in the crossover event, which the North schools play versus the South. We will face off tomorrow versus West Oaks on Friday and versus Superior Collegiate on Saturday. So it should be a good weekend to kick off the basketball season, to kick off the conference season, and there'll be a lot of good basketball. All of the schools in the SIAA will be here. The Rock, Potter's House, Downey Christian, Superior, Oldsmar Christian. So a lot of talent, a lot of good basketball, and likely to be a lot of college coaches here as well.
Chase Williams with the deep three. As Westbrook will start the offense to Helani. Into Dreamer. And a nice backdoor cut by Bernie in the and one finish. She has had herself a career night. It's also her first night, but she's had a great game.
And she's no stranger to scoring. I spoke to Anna last week about her decision to transfer to DME. She's from a small town in Vancouver, Washington. She's averaged big numbers for many years. She's played on one of the top AAU teams on the West Coast, and so she's been doing this. The thing is, she's been highly underrated. After speaking with her AAU coach, Coach Panaggio, and him felt it was a good move for her to get the exposure that she deserved. She mentioned there was some political stuff going on. Didn't get Player of the Year. Didn't get the awards that she maybe felt she deserved, even though she was the leading scorer on her high school team for the past 2 or 3 years. So she was ready for a change, and I think it's going to pay off when it's all said and done. I think she's going to earn herself a Division I scholarship here at DME, and I think she's ultimately going to get better as a player here with our training and development. She's currently being recruited by Dayton, Buffalo, Boise State, Florida Gulf Coast. So she's definitely, they know she's here, and if she keeps having nights like this, it's going to be a no-brainer for some of those schools to jump on her.
Boast with the three, and it is no good, and Grady with the rebound. And Coach Mike Panaggio is telling his team to slow down as they've been running quickly since the jump. Helani will pull it out and try to run some offense. Grady to Dreamer, and the finish is no good. Guzman with the ball.
Too easy for DME to run their offense right now. Coach Panaggio definitely using this as a little bit of a tune-up here at the end with his younger group out here.
And Chase Williams with a nice floater going to the middle as we are just under a minute here at DME. Helani to Grady, and she's double teamed. Dribbles out of it. And she'll play two-man game with Helani. And it looks like DME will hold and take the turnover. With 24 seconds left of action.
Interesting call there by Coach Panaggio. Was telling his team to hold it and take the turnover. And Jade Westbrook, seeing the shot clock go down, fired the ball anyways. And what is your take, Matt, on that? Because I was criticized once. We were beating a team by about the same margin, and my team shot it. There was 6-7 seconds left. Differential in the shot clock, and we shot it, and the other coach was highly upset with me, and I didn't think it was that bad of a decision, but maybe I'll learn from it. What is your take in that situation? Do you take a turnover, or do you shoot the ball anyways?
I think with just a couple seconds differential in the shot clock and game clock, it's common to hold the ball, take the turnover in respect, as you'll see some of these NBA guys. I know Kyrie Irving chucked the ball into the stands a couple days ago.
Jamal Murray,
due to that. But in DME situation there was about a 22-second differential. I think you shoot the ball,
Agreed.
Get an extra possession in. But Coach Mike Panaggio, a classy guy.
Classy guy.
Classy guy.
And great respect for The Rock. I will say, if this was maybe another team, he may have chose to play his best play at that moment or something. Yeah, but he definitely respects The Rock and the way Coach Boast is running his program and doing things over there in Gatortown, Gainesville, Florida. and yeah, chose to hold the ball, not to hit 100. But man, what a scoring performance by DME to put up 97 points in 32 minutes of basketball is not easy to do. These girls just got to the rim at will. Where transition was, they look really, really good tonight.
Yeah, and one thing that was a little surprise for me, as Mike being an offensive-minded coach, was how his defense led to his offense here tonight. As you said, all night his team was able to get out in transition and score easy baskets. It's easy once you see that ball go in a couple times to start running your offense, and the offense starts flowing. But big nights tonight by pretty much everybody wearing a DME jersey. The bench was great, came off the bench with a lot of energy from Grady and the big combo of Dream and Langley. So good team effort as DME will come out with the win on opening night, 97-48, against a pretty good SIAA contender in The Rock.
Yeah, absolutely, and just great energy here in the building. We see the families out on the floor taking pictures, the families of Isis Grady, Jade Westbrook. There's a little bit of a buzz in the community because these were two of the top freshmen and sophomores here in the Daytona Beach girls basketball scene, and both of them almost simultaneously decided to transfer to DME, and it's causing quite the buzz, and it's all positive because I think the community is seeing the training, the development, the schedule, and everything that DME has to offer for boys and girls, high school and middle school basketball. So it's been fun to watch. I've known Isis Grady and her family for a few years. I've known the Westbrooks for 4 or 5 years as well. They're great families in the community, and the fact that we, DME, have them as part of ours is truly awesome to see, and I wish Coach Panaggio the best of luck this year. He's done a heck of a job, and he's got the right group of kids that are focused and love basketball and have that passion.
No doubt, and once again, great win by Coach Panaggio and Coach Scotty Schmidt to start the season 1-0. Thank you for stopping and watching. We will be back tomorrow.